And we are here. Give me just a little second. I'm going to post the rules. And... oh yeah, music froze up again. Yay, pretzel. Honestly, somebody tell me what is the goddamn point of paying a license if they won't freaking update their desktop version, or at least get me a link, because they really want me to use the web version. What are you using this licensing money for? Now we got the rules. What's really annoying is that for some reason now Streamlabs will overwrite the title that I put down for a new live stream with an older name, because literally the older name was Lord of the Flies, and I tried to change it, the name of the live stream. I tried to change it to what it is now, the YOLO Color Challenge for 2020, December 2024, and then it decided to post the title Getting Ahead, which is an even older comic. So I don't know what's going on there. So I have to go on Twitch and YouTube and fix it manually. You'll have to forgive me, I decided to make myself a little tea before I started the stream. So, let's just scoot on by over here. For those of you who are new, this is... my name is Shiro. I am a comic artist. And I usually live stream on Sundays. I say usually because, of course, it's the holidays now, so things are going to change for this month. And, of course, the first or second Saturday of the month is when I do the YOLO Colors Challenge. What it does is that YOLO Colors will come up with colors of the month, which I will then grab in my grubby little hands and then use to live stream some requests. I usually post up the requests demand on the Friday right before, and you guys get to put in some requests of things that you want me to draw, and then the Wheel of Morality will choose 4 of these prompts that I will draw using the colors provided by YOLO Colors. Let me just get the Wheel of Morality ready right here. And of course, we are going to start by listing off and showing off what this month's colors are. And we, of course, are going to start with the YOLO Colors themselves that I do not have because I don't have that kind of money, because I already spent it on my old Hulu collection. Anyway, they're good though. I am not sponsored. If anybody wants to sponsor me, preferably for art supplies, feel free. I'm right here. Sponsor me so I can buy more of your art supplies. Oh, hi Joel. I just saw your little Moogle right here. Currently car sitting. Let's watch some Shiro. Hi Joel. So, this month is R0.1 White Peach, RG.6 Red Gray 6, and RV 1.3 Pink Lotus. And this is the part where I sound like a Russian spy bot, where I give you the hex codes F8 B0 A B 5 E4 E4 E E5 3 6 A1. And those are the hex codes for the colors if you want to use them digitally. Holo Colors used to do that, but they don't do that anymore. It's my favorite variety show on television. I'm just gonna go and get that little chat window a little closer. Because let us not forget, I am in my 40s. I can't get the restream chat window any bigger. I don't know how. I don't know if there's a way. Maybe. I seriously don't know. Just gonna scoop some stuff around. There we go. So, what are my substitutions for this month? Let's start with Ohuhu with the R18 Pastel Peach, which of course will not focus because God frickin' forbid. Come on. Well, you can at least give yourself a good idea of the color itself. Love me some so very unofficial bingo night. Now you're just making fun of me. E400 Cocoa Brown. And finally, RV080 Bright Pink. The only bright color in the set. And the Chameleon liners, which I'm probably going to be using the darker ones, of course. PK2 Dusty Rose, that's gotta be you. One of the two things I don't like about Chameleon liners. They do not have the name on their stuff. They only have the code. Could use the name. There are some colorblind artists out there. And I will continue to give them a hard time about it until they finally decide to answer my emails. BR5 Bark. Woo! A nice chocolatey brown here. I make fun of those I love. Oh, you love me. I know you love me. You really love me, buddy. And the PK5 Fuchsia. Now, the fun part. The fun part. We are going to scoop this away real quick. And we are going to bring in the very well fed Wheel of Morality. And the first prompt for today. Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. And we have Popeye the Snowman. Yes, really. That's what the prompt says, so that's what the prompt will do. Well, that's gonna be easy. We're starting with a snow creature, so that's not gonna spend too much ink. I just saw a little kid wearing Cartman's hat. So funny. Great. Not only are we having a show today, but we're also on a road trip with Joel, so that's going to be entertaining. 2 shows in 1. Tell me I don't make deals for the holidays. Where's my good one? There it is. Yeah. Shooby-dooby-doo. Entertain. I saw on Shitter recently that they're bringing back Dobson again. If you don't know who that is, oh, you'll learn soon enough. I asked myself again if one day I was going to get canceled because I do have a Dobson comic strip on my wall. And it's like disgusting because like I used this white wall tack that seeped oil and it like melted and slid down the wall. but it's basically the comic about how somebody wants to borrow one of his art pens and he's like, ugh! And I printed that out to put on my wall because honestly I can't relate. Some of these are either expensive and they will only get more expensive over the next 4 years, or like really hard to find. Like just this one, okay? Really simple, non-repro blue pencil. Love it. I use it all the time. I got other like blue leads for automatic clicky pencil and stuff like that, but I always go to this specific Staedtler pencil. And the minute I started using them, and I bought one of our, well, quote-unquote art stores' entire stock, and I never ordered any again. They always had some in stock, and when I started buying them, they were like, nope, fuck you. I'm not asking again, because every time I used to ask for art supplies, it was either no, or sure, we'll do it, and they never do it, or my very favorite in the entire world, they don't exist, you invented them. It's all in your head. They tried to gaslight me outside of trying to get these. All in my head. My imagination. Very expensive per marker imagination. But this is all me. These don't exist. Right. Gonna put my little notebook away so we can start on the actual work. Try to move my spotlight because right now it is making a dent in my forehead. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man, Popeye the Sailor Man, doo-doo. I'm strong to the finish, cause I eat me spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. While I was fiddling on Twitch, because Twitch does record some of my lives and keeps them for a certain amount of time. They muted some parts of my video because they found copyrighted material, and I'm like, yes! Like, first it was YouTube, now YouTube is leaving me alone about that for now. But Twitch is like, you're using copyrighted music, and I'm like, yeah, no shit! You know what I do with this copyrighted music? I pay a freaking expensive license to use it. That's what I do. I can't remember the last time I ever asked my parents for anything Christmas related. I feel bad when I do. Hey, welcome to adulthood, buddy. Recently I stopped feeling bad for asking for Pepsi and cheese when they when I do groceries, because I pay a good amount of it, so you know what I'm paying for this? I'm eating this food. I'm getting some Pepsi. No, this was when I was a kid. Well, maybe if they tended to have a better attitude about everything, maybe you wouldn't feel guilty. I had no problem. Because here's the thing. What I used to do as a kid is I used to grab the Sears catalog and circle everything I wanted. Did I expect anything out of it? No. But at least it gave my parents a little inkling as to what I wanted. Did I expect the exact thing? No. Like, I circled anything I wanted. Anything. I especially did not expect to get everything. That's for friggin' sure. Well aware of my parents' budget. Nowadays, if anything, it's my mom that feels guilty. Like, there was one Christmas where she gave me her old house coat because mine was done in by the times. And she felt guilty because it was a hand-me-down, but she never wore that house coat. And I wear house coats. And I was like, oh my god, yay! It's pink and it has snowflakes. It's adorable. Like, she was on the verge of tears because that one Christmas she didn't get me a video game. Oh no. Like, sure, I'm an adult now and I have bills and stuff like that, but if I want something as a treat, then I use Christmas for it. If I don't get it for Christmas, then I just save up and then I'll get it after I'm done a job as a treat. It's really that simple. Frodo's wondering why I didn't give Popeye an ear, or what the hell is that? That's Cole. He's a snowman, remember? This is a snowman shaped like Popeye. Now, for those wondering, I will likely put these cards in the shop as I usually do. However, I cannot ship anything physical at the moment. At the time of recording this live stream, we are currently under a postal strike. I can't send shit. I can't receive shit either. Unless it's online only. So, plus I will close the store on the 15th. I'm keeping it open right now because I still have some digital stuff up. But on the 15th, I will close everything down. Open it back up on the 5th. Hoping against hope that the strike will be done by then. I think Shiro likes Woody Woodpecker. Let's get the little one a Woody toy instead of a Mickey toy. Shiro likes Easy Bake Ovens, right? Actually, I do. I did get an Easy Bake Oven. Love that thing. Red. Super cute. No, my parents were actually pretty good at that. Nowadays, I'm like, I don't know what to get you. And I just give them an Excel sheet with links. And I know how it sounds. It sounds like ridiculously selfish. But the way I see it, if I give them a link to exactly what I want, they will actually spend less money than if they play Guess the Art Supply. Because it's been a couple years now that Mom is trying to get me some art supply off of Wish and Temu. And they were flops. The metallic paints, the metallic watercolors that she got me, they smell like Parmesan. I've used them seriously once, and I can't stomach them. And then the ink set that you got me, the only thing I kept from that ink set was the quote-unquote glass pen. It's probably acrylic, because the inks themselves were practically nothing but water, and they were supposed to be metallic, but you have to keep them in a constant state of shaking because the mica powder is too heavy. It doesn't stay in suspension in it, so I had to throw them all out because they would leak and be too watery and unworkable and feathery, and there we go. Ipso facto, Excel sheet. Shiro didn't burn the house down, so it's a success. Oh, I could have burned the house down. Not with the Easy Bake Oven. Let's remind everybody that I was born in the 1980s. I had a little ironing board with a little iron, both pink with some rainbow, and it looked very Sanrio-ish, but it wasn't Sanrio. And what I used to do, there was a plank in my room, a heating element to keep my room warm, and I would put Mario and Luigi music right now. Ah, possibly. I can't hear it myself. It's set up like that so you guys can have like an even audio streaming of the music. So what I would do is I would put my little metal iron on the plank to heat it up, to then pick it up and iron my little doll clothes. And it worked super well too. And like, I remember the size of that thing. I was a really, really, really young little thing back then. Could have cut the house on fire, realistically, but I did not. Good job, me. Can you tell I used to have Popeye comics, cartoons? Well, I used to. I still have them. Even the VHS questionable quality ones. Well, let's see if we can see anything. We can, but it's gonna be pale. I'm gonna finish his hat first before I do his hat, like, super pale too. If we can't see anything after that, well, we'll just layer. He's supposed to be a snowman. He's meant to be pale. I'm just imagining these poor art supplies company that always expect the little cottagecore aesthetic artists, and then I show up and I do this shit and I talk like this. Shiro, I'm hungry. Well, tell your parents to stop over for a burger. You should have thought about it before leaving. Pack yourself a lunch. Hey, that's not too bad. We'll see if we still think that after we erase the pencil. But in the meantime, let's hang up little Popeye the Snowman. Boink. Up here. Let him dry. He's probably already dry. I'm just not taking any chances. I'm gonna try a little something. You. No. No, you're not gonna let me? You're not even gonna let me gift? That's not nice. Alright, let me. Cheryl, please pack me goldfish crackers after stream. Love, Joel. Alright, let me try something else then. You're making it very hard for me. No? Still no? Come on. Well, can't say I didn't try. let's get the wheel of morality going for the second prompt. Just checking real quick. Okay. That the previous slice was indeed hidden. And wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. Oh, this is gonna be easy. Highlight. A Sith Lord Xenomorph. First of all, that was hard to say. Secondly. Well. A prompt is a prompt. It's a small car, so there's only going to be a little bit of the Xenomorph. Careful with crumbs, they'll clog up the controls. I think I had, yeah. You know what? I just got an even better idea. I just got a better idea. This is gonna be funny. As for any type of crumbs, especially considering I'm erasing a lot right now, I have a little something for that. So crumbs are not an issue. It out. My little Hot Wheels aficionado. I have a little Eraser Crumbs car. I call him Bumbo, even if he's not the right color. Doesn't look like much right now, but I'm going somewhere with this. Remember to always wear a helmet whenever you cross the street. Or else you end up like Joel. Especially when Shiro is behind the wheel. You don't even know how I drive. I actually drive very carefully because cars are very expensive. Like, I have to drive in Canadian winter. So, I know a thing or two about taking my time. Made it to the stream. Oh, bad at multiplayers. Hi! Hello, my big Yeti. Yeah, I'm doing the second prompt right now. Might be fun. Despite Joel, that's like me, as soon as he gets online, he turns into a clown. But I do the same thing too, so we forgive him. Love my little character. His name is Umaro. I don't use him often in the game, though. Like, he's always in Berserker mode. And sometimes you really need to have a lot of control on the characters. But I still go and get him whenever I play Final Fantasy VI. The reason I said this was going to be funny is because his inner mouth is the lightsaber. Can't wait to watch a new season of Canadian Ice Truckers season. I misread that. What a surprise. Of course, we gotta have the light effects. We can't exactly have a xenomorph with a lightsaber for a second mouth slash tongue and not have him glow a little bit near where he comes out. Just cleaning out the little animal pen I have when I noticed you went live. Yeah, I was cleaning some shit and then I thought, hey, maybe Shiro's online. Let me see. I was cleaning some shit, was thinking of you. Romantic bastard. Well, let's leave him dry and go back to Popeye. I regret nothing. You're not the first one to say that they're doing chores or something else while they're listening to me. You are the first one to admit that you are doing shit. I will take this personally and to my grave. Erase, erase, erase. Erase, erase, erase. Wipe, wipe, wipe. All right. Another sip of tea before it turns into iced tea. Me in a desperate bid to put some color on this comic, on this piece, considering this is a snowman. Requesting a snowman for a color challenge is incredibly cruel. We're gonna make it work. Because otherwise, what's the point of a challenge if I'm not challenged? Right? Man, the warm cocoa and the bark colors from Chameleon and Ohuhu, respectively, are like a perfect match. It's incredible. Can't believe it. Every time I see Popeye, I have to hum his theme song. It's stronger than me. Speaking of the old pops, is anybody at this point surprised that the second that they announced that he was public domain, they announced a horror movie with him as the slasher? I'm starting to think that these are industry plants meant to make public domain look bad so companies can keep the copyrights longer. That's what it feels like, honestly. It's like the minutes, like they were just waiting for that. Like they filmed the movie, save for a couple scenes. They magically had the budget for the movie, and the second, oh, you heard me, and the second a character goes into public domain, bam, there's a horror movie about him. They did it with Mickey, and the name of the movie I've already forgotten. I think it's just Mouse or something. The second Mickey went public domain, they made a horror movie, and they made like 3 horror games. Now that Popeye is public domain, And when I say Mickey and Popeye are public domain, I mean like their first iterations. Like for Mickey, it's Steamboat Willie Mickey, not current Mickey. Not even color Mickey. Popeye is probably when he showed up in Timbal Theater. And here's the thing, I do have in my collection of horror comics. I'm trying to remember if it was the EC revival from the 2000s from Dark Horse that had an episode that was a horror story of Popeye. This is new to me. I only know about the Winnie the Pooh horror movie. Oh no, they made more. First of all, Winnie the Pooh had a sequel. Tigger shows up in it. And they made the Mickey Mouse one, and they announced the Popeye one. And of course, he's a slasher, he's the killer, he's a horrible monster, and apparently it's set in a spinach factory, and give me a fucking break, you didn't even put any effort in it, because I do have a horror story in my comic collection that has, yes, Popeye is killing people in it, but the interesting part is, it's because he was killed by the sea hag, and she manipulates his corpse. And what little humanity is left in the zombie Popeye, he does feel sad for what he's reduced to be doing. I grew up with these characters, they can't do this. Oh, they do! Money! Money! Capitalism! Meanwhile, I'm over here drawing a cute little wholesome Popeye snowman. Because what I believe they're doing this to give public domain a bad name. Because people then get upset on what they decided to do, which will give leverage for companies to extend copyright even more. See what they're doing when they have access to the characters legally? If you want these characters to stay the same, leave them to us and give us your money. That's what it feels like, at least. I mean, a lot of marketing right now is based on rage bait. Like, they do something that'll piss off people, because those pissed off people will then talk about it. No, I'll get over it. Anyway. That's the thing about, look what they did to Elmer. They replaced a shotgun with a sight, like, really. Now, was it because they weren't allowed to use a gun? Or because they thought that taking his gun away would make people pissed off and talk more about the show? Which, in exchange, would then have more people watch the show to see if it was true. And then they complain about that, which made more people to watch the show. I mean, like, Velma had a second season. People were hate watching the show. Hate is marketing. I could get political at this point. We're not gonna. Still trying to make this an entertaining show, and we're not going to do that through rage bait. Besides, I'm pretty sure they gave him back his gun, like, soon after, so... Nice little chocolate xenomorph. Me too, but let's keep this PG. Yeah, like the hate I received last week. Still can't get over that. For those who don't know, I received some hate recently. And yeah, it's living rent-free in my head because you cannot buy this kind of entertainment. I saw that I had some a DM on my shitter. And I was like just getting ready to get rid of that Asian porn bot because usually that's what they are. Melon Husk. Oh, we got rid of all the bots. Yeah, except the Asian porn bot because you're still single and you can't take that chance. Maybe one of them is real and they want to date you. Well, the Asian porn bots are growing rampant on shitter. But then I happened to notice that the DM was tagged as suspicious. And I was like, well, this is new. Usually porn bots are not tagged as suspicious. That's why I get 10,000 of them. So I go and see what this is all about. Now, give me a second. I got the screenshot. Not too far, in fact. Talked about it recently with one of my friends. Shooby-dooby-doo. Ah, there we go. And the first message that I see, because all the other messages are tagged, are blocked, well, not blocked, they're hidden for suspicious content. And I see loser artist, and that's all I see. Everything else is hidden. And I'm like, oh, I gotta see this. So I unhide all the comments, and this is what I'm presented with. Of course, the handle of the guy that sent me this, it's like generic name, bunch of numbers, so yeah, right there. I'm taking this guy seriously, of course. I'm presented with this. You're art amateur. You're an artist. Okay. Your art stinks. Loser artist. You have no talent. And here we see that he finds out that he can use punctuation. You suck, virgule, big time. Your art is so amateur. So yeah, we'll never recover emotionally from being called amateur twice. Let me wipe my tears with my awards. Will this be made into a comic, if you don't mind me asking? Maybe. Maybe, because I still have to try and figure out how I'm going to put this into 4 panels. That's the hardest part of these. And like for fun, I decided to see, okay, so is this like a throwaway account or is this a rage bot? What is this? So I went to his account and found out that he pumped and dumped, basically. He threw some hate at me in my DMs and then he blocked me. I'm like, okay, but once again, this is Melon Husk's blocking, so it allows me to stalk him anyway. So I check his feed and I notice that there is a lot of there we go. Not you. Okay. There's a lot of reposts from Litterbox Comic. And then it clicks. Then I understand what's going on. A couple of months ago, I think it was in the summer, I participated in a fan art contest for Litterbox Comics. And against all odds, honestly, I won first prize. I ended up first place. And I'm sorry, but if anybody was not expecting that, it certainly was me. Because I had been in some art contests where I wasn't even mentioned in the at least they participated section. So I thought that's what was going on here because I didn't show up in the at least they participated section. And I was like, well, they forgot about me. Okay, oh well. And then they announced third place. Then I started getting a little hope. Then they announced second place. And then that's when the denial kicked in because I was like, no. And then they finally announced first place, and then I was seriously in denial. Some hyperventilating might have happened. Possibly some crying. I cry really easily. Doesn't matter the emotion, I cry very easily. So I won, and they contacted me, and I should be getting my prizes next year, especially not at the current present because of the frickin' post-strike. But anyway. And of course, there were actually some people that were, and they were very vocal about this, that were pissed that I won. As far as I know, not one of the other artists. The other artists were very gracious about it, and I was very gracious to them. It's not like I went to them like, I won and you didn't. Because that is rude. Excusez-moi, but that is rude. But there were some viewers who did not participate and were not happy about me winning. So that's what I think happened with this little guy. But like, that contest was months ago, and he decided to get mad at me now about it. You're a little late, Buster. And here's the thing, what makes this even funnier is that I had received art-based really good news. I remember that all those submissions were really good. Yes, they were. I agree. There were some that were animated even. Everybody was extremely talented. And that same morning, when I got the hate, I had received some incredibly good art-based news that I cannot talk about just yet. I am waiting for something. And once I get it, then I'm going to talk about it. But right now I can't. Just know, it's poor sportsmanship if you ask me. I don't even know if you participated. Like I said, it was viewers that were mad, not fellow artists. But as soon as I do get that one thing, I will then announce the good news that I had received and the context, and then probably I will be able to make a bootleg cookie of the hate, the PG rated Disney flavored hate that I got. You are amateur, okay. Like, most of the time I post stuff drawn in the style of bootleg cookie, like literal shit posts. Like, what do you want me to do with this information? You're right, buddy! There we go. And here you have it. Lightsaber inner mouth. Again, people can be petty. Oh, I can be petty too. But I need a good reason if you ask me. People can be petty, but at least put some effort in it. You know, put a little bit of elbow grease. At least call me fat, even those who have nothing to do with the situation. It's Twitter, after all. That's their specialty. Alright, third prompt. Let's see what we get. We'll have fun, fun, fun. Little daddy takes the T-bird away. Alright. Nope, a little bit more centered. There we go. Wheel of Morality. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. Well, it only took 3 million years and Coco asking for like half a year. But we finally get the anglerfish prompt. This was getting like to inside joke levels there, and how much it never showed up. Anglerfish. Whoops. Get in the frame. There we go. I mean, with the kind of childhood I had, you really think calling me loser and that my art stinks is gonna do anything? Some people are probably gonna be like, don't feed the troll. That troll is starving, okay? That troll did not have the energy. Or some proper hating. Let's drop some fairies. I just saw it jump. I'm dropping lots of fairies whenever people try to jump because I know there's a lag. Hey, I have an idea. People in the Vine Art, instead of putting my my advertisements about my live stream in your favorites, how about joining the live stream? How about that? I'm not gonna name names because it's not worth it. Same goes for Baby's First Hate. Like I said, generic name, bunch of numbers. Guy isn't even taking his own shit seriously. Dooby-dooby-doo. Gonna make a cute little football fish. Gonna make it however I like. It's a fish, I do what I want. Oops, over there. Alright, so I'm going to lose it in my markers. Like, I had one guy on the Vine Art once, was on my ass on and off for like 6 years. because I made a joke drawing of a ship, and he used sock puppets accounts to antagonize me even more. And whenever I would log them, he would make more accounts playing as these two characters. He even followed me on YouTube to antagonize me more from there. So yeah, to say that I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I'm gonna try the other commands if that's okay. Oh no, they're there for that. Have fun. What's cute is that if you sit down, something happens. Something happens to your sprite. Wow. If you want to get out of there, you can just say stand. But yeah, when you guys sit, you get a little tent. And in Umaro's case, it's a little igloo. It also stands as your idle command. Like that, you can sit down and leave. Your little tent and or igloo will still be there. When you come back... That's incredible. And you can still talk while you're in your little tent and or igloo. Yeah, I started with when I programmed most of these, I started with a basic pack that was available in the Stream Avatar shop in the software. Then I worked my way up. I had to realign all the right-hand items, all the hats. I still need to realign all the other offhand items, so eventually you guys can hold 2 items. There's a lot going on. I'll make this a little brighter for me because we are in winter and ambient light is not what it's used to be. On va y mettre un peu de texture. Or else it's gonna be too flat and not fun. I hope I'll have time during vacation to program all the offhand and items correctly, and hopefully also make the store more clearly available, because I think on Twitch, like, the menu is like right there, but in YouTube you have to enter a certain command, and I already forgot the command. There we go. You're gonna go up there to dry. I need a little bit of tack, and then we'll get to the last prompt for today. Because if I did all the prompts, I would still be here tomorrow, and we have a different live stream tomorrow. Because here's the personally, it's a problem for me in the Stream Avatar. Half the FAQ is written on their website. That is not a problem. The other half of the FAQ is in their Discord. And I'm really not that fantastic in Discord. I'm trying to learn, though. I'm always willing to learn new things if it means you guys are more entertained. Tea. Alrighty then. Back to the Wheel of Morality and see what it gives us. Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. Of course. Now it says Bianca Holiday Family. I know exactly what this is about. I didn't have to write the whole thing. I'll make this just a little sharper. Just a little bit. There we go. As you guys could see, I'm not the one picking the prompts. I know I made a similar one either last year or the year before. No, closer. Like I was talking about Stream Avatar, there's a couple of activities that your little character can do. You can play slots. Yeah, you can hug other players, or you can attack other players, and it's funny when you attack other players because then they bounce right off the screen. Never forget to put a lot of skull behind when you're drawing somebody. Where'd I go? Oh yeah, you vanish after a while of not talking, that's normal. When you sit, the igloo or tent will stay, but if you stand, you will naturally disappear. That's how it's programmed. You can dance, you can dance. It's a safety dance, it's a safety dance. That's the maximum that I can sing before YouTube thinks I'm trying to steal money out the mouths of starving license holders. You can fart too. Now we don't have enough people for that, sadly, right now. But boss fighting is back too, and they added more classes since last time we were able to boss fight. Originally, it was mage, priest, and warrior, but they added 3 more. They added 3 more classes since then. Ranger, Necromancer, and something else. The name evades me right now. Druid, there we go. I'm very concentrated right now because this is a one of those drawings where there's a lot of things going on, so crack. I think I'm gonna do the line art on this one just in brown, if only to soften the drawing a little bit. After I take off all the extra pencil. If you're wondering why I didn't put like a Christmas hat on Hendrik or something like that. Kind of hard still to convince him to loosen up. Now that I think about it, I might have to do some of this line art in black. You know what? I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the line art in black. I'm allowed to use the color black, if only because I'm probably going to be using a lot of brown in here, and I kind of wanted to pop out a little bit. Let's see. J'ai comme l'embarras du choix, hein? Trying to figure out which pen I'm going to use, because I don't want to bother and take out my my G pen. Come on. Come here. There we go. Haha. Kind of a bit of a secret weapon when it comes to small lines. I'm gonna use this one. There, like I've got a pink one and I got a blue one. There are literally both the exact same pen. It's just you with Kool-Aid you can choose the body of the pen. Because when you order a Kool-Aid by itself, this is the part you get. And then you get to order the color of the shell. They got a lot of basic colors. They got animal prints. They got a lot. I got a pink and blue because when I first got my first one like this, it was through Art Snacks, the Art Snacks subscription program. And that's why I ended up with blue, because for some reason Art Snacks really like to send me blue and purple shit. But and then I went on jet pens and then I got a pink body. I'm not using the pink body one because the nib on the other one is very used. This one is fairly new, and so it's still pretty thin. So we'll be able normally... Come on, I just used you and you're going to give me trouble? Really? You're brand new. It's working on the sides, but it's not working on the tip. Just to make me pass for a liar. Come on, buddy. Well, I don't mind. I'm going to use the pink one then, if you're going to be difficult. I know the pink one's working. I recently used the pink one. See, shit like this happening is why I don't care that somebody called me an amateur. I know what I'm about. I'm starting to get some shaky hand syndrome. Good thing I'm done soon. Because I'm looking at my Hendrick reference here, and it seems that it was scaled with AI. And I'm not happy with that. Because it's distorting some of his features. And to think I picked it up straight from the Dragon Quest Wiki. And speaking of shitty AI upscaling, anybody seen the screenshots for the Interstellar 555 quote-unquote remaster that Daft Punk is announcing? Yeah! It's something. It's something. I will say it's something. My dad always said, if you got nothing nice to say, don't say anything, so yeah, that's what I'll do. Can't even do the joke, but my dad is not here, and you're a weenie, but my dad is here. My dad's in the house, so. Starting to struggle with my lines like I'm doing my eyeliner. Holy jeez. Never heard of it. Well, first of all, Interstellar 5555, it's actually a really good movie. It was the entire album, Daft Punk album Discovery, if I'm not mistaken, turned into this gigantic feature-length music video about blue aliens. Good story, good music. I'm usually a big fan of Daft Punk, but this AI upscaling, and not so much. To say that it's blurry, they're trying to make us believe that it's upscaled, but it is blurry and like morphy and melty. A lot of things you don't want your animation to be called. And I've got a bunch of Discovery / Interstellar songs on my phone. So it's a little insulting. Like, you claim to be artists and you do this? To Leiji Matsumoto's work on top of that, when he's recently passed away. Only been a couple years. But still, you know? Last night I had a dream about you. In this dream I'm dancing right beside you, and it looks like everyone was having fun. Kind of feeling I waited so long. Don't stop, come a little closer. The rhythm gets stronger. I don't know what to do about this dream and you. We'll make this dream come true. Oh, I don't know what to do about this dream and you. We'll make this dream come true. Alright, gonna leave that to dry and get back to the big spooky fish with a big spooky mouth. Because of course this is not chameleon ink, so it's going to require a bit more time to dry. Like by the time I hang up the chameleon line art, it's already dry. Excuse me. Like, this stuff dries incredibly fast. It's ridiculous. Like on top of the... There we go. On top of the challenge colors, I'm allowed to use black, I'm allowed to use white. Most of the time I use... This is going to get me cancelled, but most of the time I use my white privileges. And I do some shines with Posca and stuff like that. Would you get in the little car? There we go. I got issues with one chunk, and now it's in the little car. I could use the chisel nib for that, but I just really like using the brush nib for pretty much everything. If I wasn't streaming this, you know what I would use to fill up the background? I would use one of my airbrushes. But then it would make the live stream even longer, because then I have to mask, then I have to see if they... if my little manual airbrush gun is charged, and if not, charge it. Then while it charge, plug in my my little Aerism air compressor. I'm naming these names if only to help you guys figure out some supplies that you'd be interested in, and somewhere to get you started, because I am not sponsored by anybody. This one ugly looking fish. Well, yeah, the deeper you go in the sea, the uglier they get. And the anglerfish is one of the ugliest. It's not any prettier in Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing, known for its cute designs, still use realistic fish designs, so when you fish out one of these, usually labeled as a football fish, yeah, that's what you get, buddy. You've heard of the chicken of the sea? Well, this is a nightmare of the sea. And this little dangly thing right there is how they hunt for food. It glows. And when it glows, it attracts smaller fish who try to nibble at it. And as far as I know, it's like slightly prehensile. They can move it around to attract more of the little fish and get them closer to their mouth, and then like, oh, in it goes. Just gonna put a little bit of shine over here, just a little bit. Then we're gonna color the rest of this bad boy with the peach. There's not gonna be too much shading on this thing, if only for the fact that they live in like extremely deep water. So whatever shading happens on them is mostly from the spotlight from the scientists that try to photograph them. Layer, 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 layer. If you're not gonna layer soon, I'm going to get mad at you. Get a bit more dynamism. Dynamism. Still thinking, I did a cottagecore piece. I did a cute cat by the fire. I did a friggin' nightmare fish. Here's Cthulhu. And there we go for the nightmare fish. Let's finish the last prompt. And then we are free for the evening. Free being a relative term because otherwise I got work right up my arse. Reminder that while I usually put these in the shop, I will not be able to ship them until we regain access to some mail. And at the time of recording this live stream, we are currently in a postal strike. I can't receive or send jack shit. Hooray! Pretty sure I have some black Copics I can... oh, I think I have... yeah! Oh, lucky me! Never mind, boo. I happen to have that. Let me first see if it works, because I kind of found it by accident. Ah, yeah. It's doing its best anyway. I'll see what I can do. I got more. I have a little black Copic Chow. I don't even remember from where. Maybe from Art Snacks. I'm not sure. I found it while cleaning up under my desk. In the organizer under my desk. Because I don't want to try and pull out the it's struggling. I'm not surprised at the age it's got. Oof, you know. It needs a little rinse. In the meantime, let me just come here. Ah, yeah. This one's a sketch one. You know, this is the brand of markers that don't exist, and I invented them. You know, if I invented Copics, I would have so much more money for art supplies right now. Usually when it comes to OCs, like Hendrik is from Dragon Quest XI, but these two are OCs, so those usually don't go in the shop. Yeah, but OCs from companies. Trust me, it's not my one little sketch card that's going to ruin Square Enix. Or Nintendo. Considering also do the Super Mario Adventures continued comic, which is coming back with a new episode in February next year. Now you can say yay. A lot of people are big fans of the comic, but of course I cannot take all the credit. Gabe is the one that not only writes the scripts and lets me eat for another year. He's also part of the voice cast for the voice acted version of the comic, and he picks most of the other voices. He consults me for some of them. He definitely consulted me for Chemical, because Chemical is based on me. But I did not feel like I had Chemical's voice. So we worked together to find somebody that sounded like how I felt Chemical should sound. I mean, Chemical is based on me physically, but definitely not personality-wise, because she's a scientist and I can't do basic math. So right there. There's a discrepancy. Oh, I saw a jump. Let's get some sylphs. There we go. I've been replaying Breath of Fire 1 for fun because I needed an RPG and I didn't feel like playing Final Fantasy. It really drives home how much I do not remember jack shit from Breath of Fire. Oh my goodness. I had to consult a guide several times over to try and remember where I was supposed to go. And like, I'm very early in game. I just got Karn. And I don't know if it's because I only beat Breath of Fire like recently, technically. Because like I've beaten Chrono Trigger several times, Final Fantasy 4 and 6 several times. These games, I know where I'm going. I know them by heart. Breath of Fire 2, no. I know how to play, mind you. But otherwise, especially Breath of Fire 1, it is gone. The minute I beat the game, it is gone from my head. And it is not coming back for some reason. It's a Posca. Just gonna give a bit more shine over here and a bit more up here. There we go. That should be good. And now you know why I said I should use some black line art. So Bianca and Philia would pop out. Because the chameleon bark and this cocoa brown are such a good color match, the line art would have pretty much vanished into the flats. Now you would think I would color Henrik with the peach, but I'm going to color his hair with the peach and leave his skin uncolored, save for maybe some shading. Because I don't want to make his hair bright. Aw. You saw the hug. I don't want to make his hair like bright fuchsia. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe this eye, because Philia has heterochromia and she has one brown eye and one blue eye. And I remember which one of her eye is blue because it matches this. It's on the same side as her adopted brother Sylvain. Sylvain technically does not. Well, he wasn't born with heterochromia. He was burned in a house fire. Then he was adopted, and this side of his face is burnt, and the eye is cloudy and blind. You know, instead of peach, maybe I should do his hair brown. Because why not? To tie in the family a bit more together. This is a very nice soft brown. I think it kind of looks a little bit like the next year's Pantone color chocolate mousse. I think the description went like it invokes coziness, tranquility, And I'm like, ooh, darker beige, woohoo, be still my arse. And this kind of language is why nobody wants to work with me. You're all cowards, is what I say. Yeah, think of the advertisers. Yeah. At the time of recording this live stream, we all remember what happened to the last person that thought about the shareholders and nobody else, and I will leave it at that. Wow, Shiro's kind of a dick. Yeah, yes, I am. It is, it's not a secret. I am kind of a dick. And by kinda, I mean hella. Little bit of shading, little bit of shading. Yeah, I colored his little eyebrow. Why not? It's not exactly like I'm buried in color choices. Doing my best with what I have. And I don't want to overwhelm this drawing with the fuchsia. So I'm doing what I can with what I have. Well, while that dries a little bit, I already did a bit of shading on his shirt. Therefore, now I can work on Christmasing this sweater up. Eh! See, he's Christmasing too. And with that, come over here. We are done with this. We are done with this month and this year's color challenge. Let's move that over here and see if we can back up the camera without everything going horribly wrong. So we have, it was stuck on some old marker or paint over here, so I need to clean this up after I'm done. So we got Popeye the Snowman, a Sith Lord Xenomorph, whoops, an anglerfish, and Bianca and her family celebrating Christmas. Let's scoot the microphone over here, if only for my own self. And that is it for today's live stream. I had fun. I usually like fuchsia, but I feel in this case it was a little garish compared to the other two really earthy colors. So I don't know. I did have fun with that. So let's of course go to the end card, where like it literally does not matter if it's a little color challenge or if it's a bootleg cookie live stream. We always give extra special caramel drizzle, rainbow sprinkle, chocolate syrup thanks to our supporters: Amber B, Paul K, Miss Anavis, Sir E, Other Carbloke, Takashi Kanako, Bad at Multiplayers, of course. Next live stream is going to be tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had a lot of fun drawing it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you all, and bye-bye.